Hello everyone, welcome to 2022. My name is Garrett, I'm the developer and creator of Sail, the open world VR pirate game for the Oculus Quest, and this isn't really a devlog. I reached out on the Discord to the whole Sail community and said, what questions do you want me to answer? And I will answer them in this video, and that's what this is going to be. I'm basically going through all the questions that got asked me on the Discord. I'm going to try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. So, let's just jump straight into the questions that you guys asked me. Also, you're going to have to forgive my voice. I've been sick all weekend, and I still have a fever, and so this is just me still sick. I'm sorry. Maybe it sounds cooler than my normal voice. I don't know. Anyway, question number 1 from Kira. Multiplayer, when? Upvoted 8 times. Okay, let's talk through this. Multiplayer is not going to release with our initial release. We are in talks with several publishing companies and investors to try to get the money sooner to be able to make multiplayer happen sooner. So, best case scenario, multiplayer happens later this year. Worst case scenario, we just have to wait until sales from Sail. That's confusing. Sales, fun multiplayer, which could be a little bit longer, but again, like that's just how it is. If you want to help multiplayer happen faster, definitely go support us on Patreon. I have some exclusive perks for the people who support me on Patreon. When multiplayer comes out, I have some promises for you guys depending on how you support me. So if you want to make multiplayer happen, Patreon is the best way to support it and show these people that I've been talking to that, you guys want this. So that's when multiplayer is coming. Best case scenario, end of 2022. Worst case scenario, later. Question number 2 from Magma. Will we be able to eat pizza? And here I was thinking we'd be taking this seriously. No. Price. This is a good question from MRK Steels. We are trying to price it somewhere between $15 and $20. Probably more likely going to be on the $15 side. $14.99. We will see. Yep. Estimated release date. Okay. April 5th. We are going to release Sail on April 5th. With that said, we are going to try to release a public alpha by February, public beta by March, and then test it for a release in April. That is the plan right now. We're going to try our best to stick to that. We've given ourselves deadlines because we've been really bad about sticking to deadlines and stuff like that. So that is the plan. April 5th, ladies and gentlemen. That is when Sail will be releasing. If that's a bad idea for something I don't know about, please let me know. Because originally we were going to do it on April 1st, and then I remembered that would be a joke, literally. So we're not doing that. Soonest thing to be released in future updates. Okay, I really want to get out a testable weapons arena, essentially, like a shooting range for you guys to try out all the weapons we've created. That's what I want to push out first. After that, I want you guys to try out the ship, make sure all the controls are cool, and that you like it. And then after that, we'll let you, we'll just start merging them all together in the alpha by that point, probably. So, yeah. PC and standalone. So standalone obviously is our main target. We're going for the Oculus Store. We're already approved on App Lab. PC, honestly, that's not that hard to do. We actually have a Steam page created for the game. I don't know if that'll happen exactly on April 5th like we're planning, but yeah. I don't know, man. Definitely we want to eventually hit Steam VR. That's one of the platforms we want to target for sure. But our big thing that we're trying to hit right now is Quest, because if we can get it to work on Quest, we can get it to work on pretty much everything, right? So eventually, yes, PC, there will be. Cool. Legit question, will there be PvP? In the multiplayer, yes. There will be PvP eventually. So I told you earlier that I've been talking with some publishing companies, and when I submitted to them what I want to do with Sail, I basically said I want to build 3 parts when it comes to multiplayer. There's the co-op mode, which is just you and your buddies being able to jump into what we'll be releasing in single player, and you'll be able to go out and just find treasure and go against the enemy NPCs and stuff just in co-op, right? And then there's the PvP mode, which would be there would be just the open world, which would be, multiple crews in a server. And then I also think it would be cool to maybe come up with some kind of battle royale or something. Again, we haven't scoped any of this stuff out. This is just stuff that I threw out to the publishers as kind of ideas that I've been playing with for the Sail multiplayer. But again, we'll see. Yeah, PvP, eventually, yes. there'll be a lot of PvP. It's gonna be great. Cat food. Will anything be added to the free version? The free version is eventually going to be essentially a demo to get people to buy the full version. So what I'm kind of planning on doing is making the free version the tutorial that will be in the full version. The tutorial is going to be like a pretty immersive, like story-driven type thing. Hopefully, we'll see how far we can get with that. But yeah, essentially, the free version will end up becoming the demo for the full version, and so it'll still be semi-entertaining, but the purpose of it will be to push people to buy the full version. Okay, next question. Ship battles or pirate battles, you know? From Ashley the Rack. Yes. Ship battles are going to be a major part of Sail. We're working right now on implementing a lot of cool enemy behaviors that you guys will be able to get to try out hopefully soon. So stay tuned for that. Moving on, what foods will there be? And will there be foods? I'm assuming you're talking about kind of how like in Sea of Thieves you eat stuff for like health. We don't have food, but we have our health potions, which we are stylizing as rum. So in Sail you drink rum to get healthy. That is not a good message for kids. Don't actually try that. But in our game, that's how it'll be. Which is a good one for the next one. Will there be HP from Spidert? I need to not like try to pronounce these names. I know someone's gonna troll me with this. Will there be HP? Yes. Your HP will be displayed on your left wrist as a tattoo. Here's some of the concept art that we've made for that. So yeah, you will have HP. It'll essentially be hits that you can take before you die. And there'll be ways to increase your HP and stuff like that. And yeah. Will you be able to drown? No. I don't want us to drown. If you fall off your ship, I'm just essentially going to do a man overboard type thing where your ship is going to stop. You'll be teleported back on. And you'll just have to, start your ship back up again. So that's kind of my plan with water for now. If you fall off, you're just going to go right back onto your ship. Will there be caves to explore? Yes. Here's some concept art of one of the islands that we have our guy Josh, our level designer, making. It is completely a cave. You will land on the beach, and from the beach, you will go into the cave. And it is so cool, guys. Super excited for you guys to try that out. Will I be in the game? Am I going to be in the game? No. Maybe I'll hide some Easter eggs for people to try to find. With like some stuff. I know I'm gonna probably name one of the islands after my wife. It'll be pretty subtle, but I'll probably do a James Halliday Easter egg and probably put like a "thanks for playing my game" type thing somewhere. So yeah, see if you can find it. Find those Easter eggs, people. Will there be animals in the water? Fish and sharks. Probably not in this first version. Eventually, yes. Eventually I want to explore like swimming and diving and all that kind of stuff, and like big creatures like krakens and megalodons and that kind of stuff. But for this first version, probably not. Yeah. So eventually, yes, but right now I don't think so. Do you like fish, G119? I do like fish. I like to fish. I like eating fish. I like fish. Following that, will there be like sea monsters? Yeah, I just talked about that. Eventually, not with this first round. I really wanted there to be a giant sea monster, but right now I feel like the most important thing is to get out like the basic gameplay. We can always expand, right? As cash starts flowing in, we can get the team to build more and more stuff. So no sea monsters at launch, but that is definitely something we want to have soon. Can you fish? We've actually been looking into stuff like this. We want there to be a lot of stuff to do on the ship while you're sailing between islands, and fishing was one of the things that came up that could be super, super fun. What do you guys think? Do you think we should add in fishing? Like, what would you guys want to do on the boat while you're sailing between islands to keep yourselves busy? Let me know what you think, what you'd like to do down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your ideas. Fishing is definitely possible. We'll see. Moby Dick, Kraken, Nessie, yeah. I think I've talked about that. Maybe. Will there be Kraken? Yeah, I kind of talked about that. Not at release, but that's something I definitely want to do. How big will the map be? As in, how long will it take from get to one side to the other? There's going to be 21 islands. 21 islands, 3 of them being more extravagant, level designed treasure islands, where you're gonna have to like do some funny stuff to get to like a treasure chest. Most of the islands are gonna be sandbars and like simpler islands for you to explore. As far as how big that's gonna be, originally we said we wanted to take 30 minutes to sail from one end to the other. So we'll see how close we get to that. We're not completely sure. We've been throwing in kind of, like roughed out versions of the islands to try to get an idea for scale. And so far, it's about the same size as what's on the free version right now, the pre-alpha. But, I mean, that's only with like 4 islands in there, plus like their home port and your like home base entrance. But, yeah. Hopefully 30 minutes to get from one end of the world to the other. We will see. Yeah, I've talked about this. Megalodons eventually, Moby Dick eventually, Nessie eventually. I know. Eventually, we will expand and we will do sea monsters. It'll be a really fun update. Get hyped for that. But at release, we are really focusing in on the core gameplay, which is go out and collect as much treasure as possible and survive and get back to your base with it. That's the core gameplay. Will you be able to upgrade your ship and change the appearance of it? Yes. Upgrading your ship will get you bigger and better ships, which will also unlock crew spots. And with like bigger ships will come more cannons and cooler looking things. Yeah, you'll start with a raft. You'll move on to like a fishing boat type thing. Then you'll upgrade to like a small pirate ship, a medium pirate ship, and then your large pirate ship, and then the extra large pirate ship. And yeah, that's kind of the progression of the pirate ship system. It's an upgrade system, so you'll just have to purchase an upgrade, and that'll be your new ship. And yeah, that's the idea with ships. Will it be Sea of Thieves, but better? Yes. Of course, it's VR. I would love to be known as like the VR Sea of Thieves. That would be just dream come true. But we'll see. You guys get to decide that. Hopefully I'm making the game that you guys want. Hopefully it's the Sea of Thieves VR that everyone's been looking for. I'm trying my best. But again, this is my first game that I've ever published. So that's kind of crazy. But hey, fortune favors the bold. AI crewmates. Yes, we are trying very, very hard to implement AI crewmates. We actually have the functionality working. I can probably show you a quick demo of what that looks like right now. Essentially, you'll be able to select crewmen and tell them what to go do. But yeah, we are trying to make it so that the ship can be completely operable by yourself. And then as you unlock bigger and bigger ships, you'll be able to unlock more and more crew, which means you can put more people on cannons. You can have them do other things, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, there will be AI crewmates, hopefully. But that being said, your whole ship and everything will be able to be done without AI crew. So they're just kind of a quality of life thing. They can do stuff for you. You can be more of a captain, tell people to do stuff for you. Character customization, clothes, accessories, etc. That was one of the big things that I pushed in my proposals to the publishing companies. It was character customization and like the social element that Sail could have with like pirate taverns and this really cool idea I have about pirate factions. But I'm not going to spoil too much because I don't know if these guys are going to buy it or not. But anyway, eventually, yes, there's going to be a lot of character customization, a lot of ship customization, a lot of customization, and it's going to be accessible to everyone. Let's just put it there. Question: Among Us crewmates? Okay. Will there be friendly fire? What do you guys think? Like, if you jump into a co-op server where you're just, like, hanging out with your friends, I feel like you maybe shouldn't have friendly fire because, like, the whole point of a co-op server is to just hang and, like, do stuff together. So, maybe only in the PvP servers will we enable that? We'll see. Again, multiplayer is not going to be released at release. That's the next phase of this huge Sail development. And we'll see. Will there be merchant ships to destroy for fun? That's actually not a bad idea. We were more planning on just having like debris in the water that you could shoot and like get supplies and stuff like ammo and cannonballs and stuff like that. But merchant ships, not a terrible idea. Will there be a story? Kind of. I like to compare it to Black Ops Zombies. If you've ever played Zombies, like your main objective in Zombies is just survive, right? But there is a storyline kind of going on in the background, and if you pursue the Easter eggs and stuff, you will find it. That's kind of how I plan on making Sail. There will be a story happening in the background, but it won't be like, essential that you walk through, essentially cutscenes and stuff like that to be able to experience it. It'll be kind of a secondary objective that those who want to go explore it and find out the secrets of Sail, they can. Yeah. Can you say when it'll be released? Because it feels like someone asks that every time I open Discord. April 5th. That's our hard deadline that we've placed for ourselves. We are releasing this game on April 5th, 2022. Let's get this bread. Swimming. No. With this update, we're going to be pretty limited. So if you fall off your boat, I think I talked about this earlier, fall off your boat, you're just going to be teleported back on. It'll be like man overboard protocol where the ship's going to stop. And yeah, no swimming yet. Eventually, hopefully, we can do some cool stuff with swimming. But for now, we're just going to make it simple where if you're on your ship, you're on your ship. If you're on land, you're on land. Sound good? How will getting weapons work? How do you upgrade and get better ones? This is a great question. So right now, we are planning on starting the player off with a sword. You will start the game with a sword and a raft. And the objective of the game is to sail around and collect as much treasure as you can. So collecting treasure, going back to there will be a port where you can buy weapons. There'll be a weapon shop. And that's how you'll buy weapons. And once you buy the weapon, you'll be able to upgrade the weapon, which again will just be an additional cost. That you can just collect treasure and stuff and buy those upgrades. So that's how weapon upgrades will work. You'll buy the weapon, and then that weapon will be added to your weapon crate, which will be this box on your boat that you can open, and it'll essentially show all the purchased weapons that you have. And then you can take those weapons back to the weapon shop and place it on the upgrade table and purchase upgrades for that later. So that's the plan with getting weapons and weapon up. At any given time, I should also mention this, you're only allowed to have 3 weapons, 2 single-handed weapons, 1 in each holster in the front, and then a double-handed weapon over your back. And then you can trade those out at your weapon crate. You basically take the ones that you want, put them in your holsters, and trade them out. But we're only allowing you to have 3 weapons in your inventory at a time. Are you planning on having quests, side missions? If so, what are you willing to give about them to the public? Okay. So obviously, like the main objective is to just collect as much loot as possible. To help you collect as much loot as possible, you can go on treasure hunts, and there will be 4 different types of treasure hunts that you can go on for different types of chests, and depending on which kind of chest that you go on, you will collect a different type of bounty. Obviously, harder enemies to destroy, la-di-da-di-da. And also there is the bounty hunts, which is you hunting down pirate enemies in ship battles. So that's gonna be super, super fun. That's essentially a side quest, and you can conquer all those guys, and there'll be rewards for conquering each guy, essentially hunting them down and taking them. But yeah, that's pretty much those are the main side missions. I mean, like your main mission is just be a pirate, collect booty, survive. But we have these essentially side missions enabled to help you guys collect money faster and, obviously be more of a pirate experience. So you'll be able to get those treasure hunts and bounty hunts on the port island. Yeah, you'll just have to accept that you want to go on one of the quests and go. That's not. Continuation of how will quests work in general? Yeah, so in general, what you'll have to do is you'll have to go up to the treasure shop or the most wanted what are we going to call it? The most wanted board, and you'll basically have to take down one of the posters so on the most wanted, you'll have to take down a poster of a wanted pirate and it'll basically tell you, do you want to hunt down this person? And then it'll just be like, accept quest. And then you accept the quest, and it'll update on your map where that person was last seen. And then you'll just have to go follow the clues until you find that person. And then with treasure hunts, it's kind of the same thing. There'll be maps available, and you'll be able to take one down, and it'll kind of give you an overview. And you can basically accept that you want to go on that treasure hunt. And then it'll tell you kind of the general area of where that treasure is, or with some chests, you'll have to go find keys for it. So it'll tell you where those objectives are, and you just have to go find them and then open them up. So that is how quests are going to work. Will there be a single player campaign, or what we do will depend on the player, and if there's a campaign, how long and on what basis, from 0 to hero or another style? Will there be side quests? Yeah, so 0 to hero is actually how we plan on doing the storyline. In the tutorial, we're going to start you off on the biggest and baddest ship that's available, and you'll essentially be commanding this big crew, and then you're going to somehow, in one way or another, get sent back to 0, and then it's your job to work back up to become the Pirate King. So, and again, it's not like a traditional campaign where you have to like go through certain steps or anything like that. It's just going to be, you know, something you can do in the background if you want, or you can just have fun and explore the open world and not take things so seriously. So that is campaign. Can you kill your allies or multiplayer friends? We talked about this earlier. Not sure yet. We'll see. Depending on whether it's co-op or PvP server, we'll just have to see. Will you be able to swim like with your arms, or will it be how it is right now? Yeah, so it'll be essentially how it is right now in the pre-alpha demo. You can just basically walk between islands. We're going to make it so that you literally go into water, and then you will be put back into your boat if you go too far. But eventually, hopefully, maybe, we'll see. Swimming could be a cool thing that we explore. Again, don't know. We'll just have to see. In this initial version, not really any swimming. Will collecting gold and currency be used for ship upgrades or cosmetics? Yes. Ship upgrades will be purchased using gold that you collect and stash in your hideout, I guess we can call it. So, yes, that is how you'll be purchasing upgrades. Cosmetics, on the other hand, are going to be purchased using pearls, and you can find pearls by smashing open clams. That's the plan right now for cosmetics. You will find cosmetic pearls all over the map. Essentially, every time you hit a clam open, there'll be like a 1 in whatever chance that there'll be a pearl inside, and as you collect them, you'll be able to buy cosmetics and stuff for both the player and for like the ship and stuff. That's the plan. All right, I think you answered this before, but there ain't going to be a bottom area like rooms or anything, right? No. We're putting everything on the tops of the ship. That was a design choice on our end because once multiplayer and stuff happens, we want people to be able to see who they're going up against, and it also helps us on the quest platform to not have to render so many triangles and vertices and stuff. So there's not going to be any like inside of the ship. Yeah. Also, am I going to be able to wear a bandana, have ponytails, and drink the good stuff? Like I said, rum is health. Well, okay, it's not rum, but it's a health potion that is in the shape of a rum bottle. Wear bandana, have ponytails. Eventually, character customization is going to be very, very prevalent. So, with this first one, I mean, it's mostly single player that we're releasing, so you'll just be able to see your hands. We might throw in a full body avatar. If you want a full body avatar, let me know down in the comments below. It would be great to know if that's something you guys would like, or maybe we can make it an option. I don't know. But yeah, eventually, character customization and full body avatars will probably be a thing. All right, got another one. Can you tell us all the things you were planning to have in the game when it releases that you have announced so far? I know there's the hatchet, some guns, game modes, etc. Can you just refresh us on things that are releasing when it launches? Yeah. So guns. There's going to be a pistol, and you'll be able to buy 2 of those so you can dual wield them. There will be the throwing axe, which again you can buy 2 of them so you can dual wield them. There will be a sniper rifle, a long range rifle of sorts, and there will be what was the other one? Oh, the cutlass, which is another weapon you can buy 2 of and dual wield. So those are the weapons we are planning on release having: pistol, throwing axe, sniper, cutlass. Oh, and bombs. You'll be able to buy bombs and use bombs. Those are the weapons that we're planning on putting in. Game modes, we're planning on a treasure hunt and a most wanted quest system that you can do. But the entire thing, as soon as you leave your cave, you've essentially entered the game mode, which is we're calling them voyages, which is you go out and collect as much money as possible, and you come back, and based on how much money you collected, we'll give you certain achievements, and those achievements will unlock, better ships, better weapons, stuff like that. So that is how the game mode is. What else? Yeah, there'll be 5 different ships you can upgrade to, and 21 islands. It's the other big thing I can tell you guys. Yeah. Could you tell us the possible release date for co-op? I'm sure a lot of people would definitely play if they know they could play with their friends. Yeah, so co-op is the first thing we'll tackle with multiplayer. Best case scenario, like I said, the co-op would come out like later this year. Worst case scenario, we'd have to wait until the funds become enough that we can pay for developers to make co-op, which means it would probably release sometime in 2023. But I'm really hoping that things go well with these publishing companies that I've been talking to and some of my other investors, because that would mean that we'd be able to get co-op sooner. So co-op is first and foremost thing we're going to tackle. After co-op, we're going to tackle PvP and, more of the social, like cosmetic stuff like that. Have you decided on flat earth or infinite ocean? Flat earth, baby. You get close to that edge, you better be scared. You go make it freaky. Yeah, flat earth. It's going to be fun. This be for bigger islands, but would mounts like horses ever be a possibility? No, I don't think so. There's something about huge islands. We actually experimented with this a lot a couple months ago, like the size of islands, and we tried making just ginormous islands, right? And it's terrible because like if you don't have a mount or something like that, like you just cannot get anywhere fast enough. Anyway, this is a really good next question. How big are the islands? I'm trying to think of how I can compare it. So, Isla Fortuna, the main island that's on the pre-alpha right now, that's probably half or a third of the size of the treasure islands that we're working on. And then like Isla Fortuna and Shipwreck Cove, that's in the pre-alpha right now, those would probably be the size of a lot of our just kind of filler islands. And then obviously there's going to be some super small, just kind of sandbar islands, which will be pretty tiny. But yeah, 21 islands. Most of the islands will be between the size of Isla Fortuna X3 and just small sandbars. Yeah, cool. Will more recruits be made? Not really sure what you mean by that, but yeah. Anyway, guys, those were all the questions that you guys asked me. If you have any more questions that you'd like to answer me in a future video, definitely leave them down in the comment section. I'm super stoked, guys. We've kind of created ourselves some deadlines and stuff so that we can make a game and actually get it out there and start making a name for ourselves and make you guys impressed. Like, I've been getting so excited because we've started finalizing art and stuff, and we're almost to the point where we have everything in one place. It's been so frustrating trying to get everything working in one spot so that we can release an alpha and a beta and all those things that we've been needing to release for months now. Anyway, I'm just really excited, guys. I really appreciate you watching this and supporting the channel. If you're not subscribed and stuff like that, definitely hit the button. I really appreciate it. It helps make this game. It helps support us. And like, it's just really cool that people are so excited about a game like that that they're willing to like subscribe to a YouTube channel. It's cool. Again, sorry about my voice. I haven't been feeling good. I'm pretty sure I have a fever of like 101 right now as I've been making this video, so that's fun. And yeah, I'm so excited to start showing you guys this game. We're so close to being able to put stuff out there. There are some things out there, so if you're not a part of the Discord channel, definitely go check it out. And in the announcements for the tester section, that's where you'll find the latest builds that you can try out. We're super close, guys. We're just getting closer and closer every day. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.